Hi guys, Coach Danny back again. We got a little break in the rain. I know you've all been sheltered up. So today what we're going to talk about doing is some arm strengthening drills that we're going to use our bands with. These are J bands, or you can use just a regular band, exercise band that we have to do this, and you could do this in your house or you could do it outside. I got a little break in the rain, so I'm in the cage. So basically it's going to be several steps to strengthen your rotator cuff. And the first one, what we're going to do is we're going to get in a lunge position, and you can always get further away if you need more resistance, or closer back to your anchor point to get less resistance. But you just want to have enough resistance to where you can feel it. You don't want to struggle too much, and you don't want to make it too easy. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to get in a lunge position, which means one foot's forward of the other. We're going to get our shoulders up high, our hands up high, and we're going to make a little diamond like this. And we're going to just simply do about 20 reps like this, just coming straight forward, just pulling your elbows and your hand forward and straightening it out. 20 of those, just like that. Okay, you don't want to dip your head. You want to keep trying to look straight forward. Keep a good posture. So just do 20 of those. All right. The next one we're going to do is we're going to move into what's almost like a chest exercise, but we're going to try and keep it for our fly. So we want to keep our hands straight out like that. If you're holding the traditional bands, you'll be like that. Again, we want to get into a lunge position to where we can feel it, and we just want to bring our hands together and almost touch them, and we want to make sure we're keeping our head forward and straight. And again, we want to do about 20 of these, just like that. After we get 20 to 25 of these, we're going to move ahead and we're going to reverse it. So we're going to simply turn around and we're going to get to the same position like this, more of a lunge, and we're going to get our hands and we're going to open up and be flat. So right there, back to there and flat. About 20 to 25 of these. Just pull back, keep your head straight, and that'd be good for those ones. So next we're gonna come and we're gonna face this way, and we're gonna get our arm up like this, and we're gonna make sure our hand's flat, and we're just gonna cross straight over. Straight over. And again, you want to do 20, maybe 25 if you can. Adjust the resistance to where you need to feel it. And then we're going to reverse it. So we're going to spin around to the opposite side, and we're going to do it the other way. So we're coming and pulling and pulling. And again, you're doing 20 to 25. Now I'm a right-handed thrower, so traditionally I'm working on my right hand, or my left hand to throw. No, my right hand to throw. All right, because I'm a right-handed thrower. But I recommend that you do these for both hands. So I would come and I would do my opposite arm on all these exercises that are single base, because you don't want to just build one side of your body. We want to equal our body so we're not walking around all lopsided. So do both, 20 to 25, and then again you do the opposite way. All right. So once we have those, we're going to move on to the next thing. Okay, so the last two exercises we're going to do with the bands is we're going to go into a full motion. So we're going to drop the band a little bit. So we'll come down here. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to, again, I'm a right-handed thrower, but again, I stress that you want to do both sides. So I get into just like a throwing position, and I want to feel enough tension here. And what I want to do is just come straight over and go there. Straight over and go there. I want to try and get the band on top of my shoulder. Do about 20 of those. And then I'm going to do my opposite arm, just because I don't want to not build up the opposite side of my body. And then finally what we're going to do is we're going to do a full windmill, which will be good for your pitchers as well. And what we want to do with these is we want to make sure that we're here and we come through, and we're coming all the way around and then coming back up, and then all the way around and back up. Make sure that we're turning. So my palm of my hand's here, and then it gets there and it's facing the opposite way. I'm turning and I'm coming through. Okay, so we want to do 20 to 25 of those, and then we want to do the opposite side, so we're not just working the one side. So we'd be here and go here and here, but make sure you're coming all the way around and doing a circle. Don't just pull straight back. Okay, so our next one, we're going to get right here. We're going to have our hand here. We're going to be straight out there, and we're just simply going to pull and pull, and we want to make sure we're keeping that elbow tight to our body. So you're just using this part of the arm to twist out or pull out. And again, you're going to switch and do the opposite way. So now we'll be on this side. Feel the tension, and then we're just going to pull straight in. Pull straight in. If you're holding on to a handle, you just pull straight in. Again, make sure your elbow's tight. And again, we want to make sure we're doing both sides. All right, so we don't want to just build up one side of our body. Okay? Okay, so now that we're all done with our bands, what we're going to do is move on to some actual throwing drills. This one's a Tim House drill. A lot of you guys, or Tom House, a lot of you guys have done this at practice from now time and again, but we're going to start working it a little bit more. So I have a bucket, a dish towel, or a rag, anything you can get, and all you need is a steady platform to hit. And I just want to get it through my index finger or my middle finger. So I'm holding it like this, and I want to get about 5 steps away from my target, heel to toe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to turn sideways. I want to get into a proper throwing position, whether it's here or here, and I want to come through and try and reach and hit the center of my target. Here, here, and here. All right? Ready? Here, here, and there. All right? We want to make sure that we get about 20 to 25 of those going straight on towards the target. Okay, so now that we're done with our band exercises, we're going to use a dish towel or any kind of sweat towel. Okay, so lastly, what we're going to do is we're actually going to throw to a target. So what we want to do is get on one knee. If you have a bow net at home, you could set your bow net up in your garage or your living room or whatever. And if you don't have one, you can do this with a pair of socks, or wiffle balls. But it's preferably to use a ball. You don't need a whole bucket. You just need somewhere where you can mark a target. So on my backstop here in my cage, I have an X drawn on the backstop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm gripping the ball properly. I'm going to start in our X position. I'm going to come here. I'm going to come up, and then I'm just going to simply throw to the target. Make sure I'm following through. So I come here with my X position to here so I can see the ball and right towards my target. Again, I'm going to come here, here, and right towards my target. Make sure I'm following through on the opposite side of my leg. Don't sissy it, throw it good with some good velocity. Here, here, and straight through. So hopefully that'll help you do some things. We got to stay in shape. We got to be ready to come back. Arms and throwing is so important. We've talked about this a lot, so keep it up, and please continue to train. Contact me if you have any questions. Thank you, and stay safe.